Hello everybody, welcome back, and today we're gonna get into my favorite opener with a deck of cards, that is. So go grab your deck of cards and let's learn the ins and outs of, I don't have a name for this, so comment below what you think the name of this trick should be. Everybody I think knows a version of this, and it's very, very standard. The only sleight that you need to know for this is a control and a double lift, but we're gonna try to make it more than it is with a few simple little subtleties. If you haven't already seen, my last video taught the push-off double lift, my favorite double lift, so you should learn that first, then come on over back to this video and let's get into my favorite opener. Now before I go into this, it's very important that I let you know that this is not necessarily my favorite go-to effect when it comes to magic in general, okay? I'm only talking about a deck of cards. What's the first thing that I would usually do with a deck of cards? I say usually because I'm going to talk about in a more broad commercial sense. Now, I do different types of magic for different environments, for different situations, and I'm sure everybody else does as well. But nonetheless, this is a very straightforward go-to effect that you can use in your day-to-day performances. A lot of people use different things like Ambitious Card, for example, as their go-to effect, but I think that we should start smaller and build from there. So this version, believe it or not, has been transforming over the last, I would say, close to 20 years. When I was 10 years old, I would do a version of this trick and it included a glide. So over the years, I came up with different subtleties and handlings, and I think this is the best version in my opinion. So let's go ahead, look at the routine first, and then get into the explanation. Alright, for this effect, you're going to need a knockout white edition deck of cards. If you do not have one of these, stop this video right now, because you need this particular deck for this effect. So, I'll wait. Good, got one? Perfect, come on back. So, obviously I'm just kidding, you could use any deck, but preferably it is a knock deck because they are so awesome. 52 cards, any one that you want, it's a free choice, not that one. I'm just kidding, take it out, show it around to everybody, make sure they all know what it is. Does everybody have it? They all nodded yes, and you can place it back anywhere that you want into the middle of the pack. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know for a fact, oh, it might be sticking out there. I know for a fact that it's in the middle. Obviously not the top card, right? 5 of clubs is not it. Hold out your hand if you don't mind. We're gonna do a little experiment to try to see if I could find your card in a little different way. 5 of clubs goes into your hand, and place your other hand on top of it if you don't mind. My idea is to try to take that 5 out of your hand, okay? So that's the first way of finding the card, okay? Basically stealing it. Watch carefully. If I just do this, and I just do this, don't move. I think that might have worked, I'm not sure. Oh yes, perfect, I took the 5 of clubs out of your hand. That's step number 1. Step number 2, watch. To get your card into your hand, if you just take a deep breath now. You lift your hand slowly, and if you turn that card over, you'll see that it is exactly your card, the 9 of spades. Okay, so for this effect, it's important to note a few things. First and foremost is you do not want to dilute the magic when doing routines or effects that involve a double lift. For example, if I take a 7 of hearts, I used to just go like this and then look, it would change, or I'd place it here and I'd snap and it changed, and then it evolved into having it in the spectator's hand and I'd snap my fingers and it would change, but it didn't give him enough time to perceive something real and plausible, and the obvious method was, oh, how did you switch the card? Right? So rightfully so, this is something that we have to overcome when doing effects like this. So the way that this effect started for me is I would literally force a card, have them shuffle it, and then control it to the bottom while looking through the pack. And then I'd say, is this your card? No. And then I would do a glide where I take, the second to bottom, I can't even do it now, and then switch the card, right? So it was obviously the step underneath learning the double lift or doing a top change or something like that. But once you do learn that, the obvious thing to do is to show the card and then just, make a change, which I think is no good. You're diluting the magic for such a powerful little effect. So with that being said, the performance style within this is going to be particularly for causing no method to be realized in the spectator's mind. Now the performance that you just saw is a little bit different than what I do day to day, just because we did not learn some of the steps yet. So usually what I would do is I would have them name their favorite card, have them shuffle up the deck and name a favorite card of theirs or any card that they want, and I'll get into it from there. In this routine, in the performance you just saw, I just had a card selected, which I rarely do, and I'll talk about why in later theory videos, but I rarely have a card selected like this, but I would just control it back, and I controlled it to the top of the pack. So in any case, you want that card on top, whichever way that you feel that it's more comfortable for you getting it there. And now we can start the effect. Now I'm going to show the top card, and in doing so, I'm going to show you something that's going to lead to finding your card. So before, what I used to say is, look, I'm going to make it come up to the top. Is that your card? No, that's not it. Okay, well, look, I'm going to take this card and change it into your card, okay? So that was just a straightforward way of thinking about things. So now you're going to say, forget about your card for a second. I'm going to show you something that's going to lead to me finding your card. I show the top card being the 7 of hearts, and I do a push-off double lift. If you do not know this one, it's taught in my earlier video, the one right before this one, called the push-off double. And I show the 7 of hearts, and I say, obviously this is not your card because you put your card somewhere back in the center. And I do a little bit of a, like this, as if, you know, that's exactly where it is, and I'm going to try to find it from there. Now, from here, I'm going to take it back and place it into their hands. So as I say, hold out their hands. So this goes into the spectator's hands. Now at this point, what I used to do is do another double lift and then change this card into the card that they had in their hands, and then that one change. It was all very confusing, okay? So now I just want to literally have that one card be seen again and again. So they think they have the 7. I'm going to control now, moving the card from the top to the bottom of the pack, and I do that just by slip cutting one card, right? So slip cutting just with your thumb, taking one card there, and then cutting multiple packets with your first finger, doing kick cuts like this, okay? And that ultimately takes the 7 from the top to the bottom. So once again, there's the 7. They think that the 7 is in their hands, and just like this, the card is now on the bottom, right? Now I'm going to place the deck on top of the spectator's hand and do one of these pulling actions as if I took out the card from their hand. If you want to be a little bit fancy, what you can do is, as you're doing that, you're going to palm off, do a gambler's cop of this as you flash this bottom card before taking out the card. So you can do this and place the deck into their hands, on top of their hand rather, pop it out, and then show that you took the 7 out, which wasn't there a second ago. I, sometimes do this 50-50 depending on my situation and my surroundings, but it's just as good as you just place this on here, say, wait a second, pop, and reveal that the card is now in your hand. So that's step number 1, you say. Now this is good because it had nothing to do, this is an effect all in itself, so this is really a 2-step effect. Now they can still obviously feel and see a card in their hand, but that doesn't matter because you're going to place it to the side, and now you're going to say, here's for step number 2. Step number 2 is to get your card inside your hand. Now you say that, it's very important to say that, because a lot of the times they might even, and I've had this happen before, where they say there was nothing in my hand and the card appeared. So anything that you can do that psychologically puts the effect in a better position, right, on the wow scale, is obviously to your advantage. So they have the card in their hands, they have their hand on top of it. You go squeeze tight, and try to make now that your card appear in your hand. Do you remember your card? Alright, now you say something. I like to say this line a lot. It has nothing to do with anything, but it makes them pay more attention and be more serious with this, whatever is about to happen. You say take a deep breath, and you take a deep breath with them. Alright, and a lot of the times, instead of just snapping the fingers, I think that's really not good when trying to create a magical moment. So do something else. Squeeze their hands. Take their hands and go up and down like this with it. Keep your hands there for an almost awkward 10 seconds. Look into their eyes. Go up and down. Take a deep breath. Poke them a few times, okay? From the bottom, from the top, like pinching their skin, right? Anything that you can do that would take away from the method of, hey, it was there in the beginning. Because if it was really there in the beginning, hey, it'd be easy just to snap your fingers and then show the card, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to create another method around this area right here. Pinch, do this, up and down. Lift up your hand slowly though, slowly. You tell them slowly, lift up their hand, they do so. And now you'll see that they turn over their card, and it's that much more slow because they really can't believe it at this point. They turn over the card, it's a selected card, and you take your bow. Alright, so there you have it. That is my favorite go-to opener card effect that I usually do when I pull out a deck of cards. It's important for me to have things like this in your arsenal so that you always have something that is just hard-hitting. And but I think the most important thing to take out of this video is to not do things really by the book. Don't just do a double lift, snap your fingers, and show the card. Don't just put a card in the middle and magically make it come up to the top in like 2 seconds. Think a little bit more outside the box. So little subtleties like, okay, your card's still here. Take a deep breath. Okay, hold out your hand, place the deck on top, wait 10 seconds. Okay, just give it time. You don't need to rush everything all so often. I think it makes it even more powerful. So even though this is a very quick trick and very simple, you can really build it into something more than it is. Good, so if you like this video or the past ones that I've done and got something out of it, and if you like me or if you don't like me and you just like my cards, either way, it'd be awesome if you tell people about this channel. We really want to get the word out for good quality tutorials, I hope, as much as I can do on YouTube. So please hit that like button, comment below because I love reading your comments and I do reply back. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and share this channel with your friends if you can. The feedback and support really means a lot, and it pushes me forward to do more awesome videos. So I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, so once I hit 10,000, I'm going to do something very big, which I'm excited about. And other than that, stay tuned for the next video. I will catch you guys later, and thank you very much.